Herman says he wants to be on the pod.
Timothy Chalamet. You're looking all shifty. Do you see him looking at me?
Yeah, because he likes when you breathe at him, he like gets all weird and he runs around like crazy.
What?
I don't know why he really likes that. When you breathe at him, like when you like breathe on him.
Oh, I usually remember just like the tap.
When you like, he likes that and he gets all crazy.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, good boy.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm also ready. All right. This is episode 12 of the Bed Friends podcast.
We've lost our spice.
What spice?
I don't know. There used to be more spice at the beginning.
What do you want me to do?
Now it's all stale.
I don't know what else to say. We talked about Herman's peener licking.
Ew.
And
Okay, go 3, 2, 1.
in 3, 2, 1.
My God.
Are you feeling better?
I am feeling better.
Okay, you look better. You look like you have some zest for life back in you.
Yes, I am feeling better. Although I did watch both Meg movies on Netflix this week. So
Shark?
take from that what you wish.
What's a Meg movie?
The Shark movie?
It's like if Fast and the Furious had a baby with Jaws and Jason Statham was the doula.
Oh.
What?
I'm taking nothing from this.
Okay.
I don't what am I supposed to take from this?
I don't know. They're terrible movies.
Does it mean you're doing better or worse?
I'm doing better, but I don't know if it was a step back. But maybe that was just
a
maybe
regression.
Yeah, but I think it was fine. Like they're interesting movies.
Wasn't Jaws an allegory for alcoholism?
Says who?
Says who?
Who's saying that?
Like, who are you?
What do you mean?
I think I read that on the internet one
I
time.
feel like you read that once and you've been dying to say it. Especially allegory.
Is the shark the alcoholism?
Like, what are you talking about? Like,
What are you saying to us?
I don't really know.
Jaws is Jaws. It's about a man-eating shark that they hunt down. What more do you want?
Oh, maybe I was thinking of Free Willy. They don't eat.
I think you're talking about Moby Dick.
I'm speechless.
Get out of here.
I'm speechless.
I don't do well with cinema.
You said it. You brought this up.
Well, I'm glad to see that you're feeling better, Kara.
Why are you acting like you don't live with her? Like this is the first time you're seeing her since the last episode.
I feel like it's like a show. Like you got to put on airs.
All right.
No?
I feel like I haven't seen you in 17 days.
Yeah, you've been hiding.
You've been hiding.
What have you been up to?
What have you been up to?
Busting my hump at work. Working way too late.
Just machine.
Oh my God. Engraving machine has been broken for 2 weeks.
40 days and 40 nights.
You're telling me. So I've only been doing hand stamped and it takes a lot longer. So that's been my nightmare. I listened to Radiohead all day. That didn't help. I'll tell you that for free. Do you ever do that? Like you're feeling down and you just really lean in?
Oh, all the time. Are you kidding me?
Like I could pull myself out of this. No. Am I going to? No.
If I'm depressed, I'm going to put the most depressing music on you've ever heard in your life.
It makes it so much worse.
No, are you kidding? I would never. I always lean into it.
Love a good lean in.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bad time when you're starting to play like Dashboard Confessional and.
That was yesterday.
Oh, no.
I was listening to brand new.
Oof. Oh.
Death Cab.
Oh.
Yeah. Snow Patrol.
Oh.
I'm about to slash my wrist.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It was grim. It was...
Ribbon on my wrist says do not open before
Okay,
Christmas.
careful. Don't want to get copyrighted. You just sound just like them.
That's rough.
Sometimes it be like that. And every single time I look at the calendar and I'm like, my period.
You're telling
now it
me
makes sense.
Sometimes it do be like that. I'm still playing Stardew Valley every night for 100 hours.
That's so exciting. I love when you got a game. A game
the
go.
Yeah, I love it.
I've never played that.
It's good. But yeah, like I said, it's a harder Animal Crossing.
Richard, have you ever played that weird game? I think it's on the computer and it's like survival and it's very get in my head. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Is it like
there's like the water and the people and the
Talking about like Oregon Trail?
yes. You're so Oregon Trail.
Of course.
Okay, I thought so.
I remember playing that on the Commodore 64, like back in the day. Are we talking about the same game?
We are, but I don't.
I think it was on the computer too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a Commodore 64? It sounds like a toilet.
That was like a very early computer.
Oh. You're so
Never heard of it.
old. Commodore 64.
In kindergarten,
The old Commodore 64.
we had a computer and they had like the really
Did you say
big
in Canada?
floppy disks.
In kindergarten.
In kindergarten.
Oh, sorry. I really like went somewhere in my mind with the Commodore.
Still in Canada.
Okay, go on.
And that computer, I remember, took those really big floppy disks, like the 5.5
Oh,
inch,
my
that
God.
were actually floppy.
I've never even seen one of those, I don't think.
I used to be such a rebel in grade school, and I would constantly pull the thing over to the side, and you weren't supposed to do that, and I did it every time. I don't think anything ever happened, and I'd do it again.
Do you remember those computer games that you get in cereal boxes?
Oh my God.
Those were the
I feel
best.
cured. Just talking about that, I feel so much better.
Like,
Thank you.
Those were the game of life that came in the cereal
Monopoly
box
one, like
was
the game of life with the car. Oh my God.
top tier, and the little
I'm back,
mini,
baby. I am salivating.
the little mini games in the life game were they were so good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Monopoly was good too, but I think Life was my favorite one.
When I opened my first bank account at CIBC, they gave me a game on a CD-ROM.
Oh my God.
And I played it all the time. It was so good. I think I was like down in the sewers.
Okay.
Was it like a kid?
I don't really know.
There was a game called Nightmare Ned that I think I got in a cereal box, and it scared me, but I loved playing it, but it scared the shit out of me. And you had to put like, one of the things you had to do was like kill a bunch of slugs, and you had to pour salt all over them. But I was scared of it, but I wanted to play it anyways, but I was so scared.
Was this actually a game or were you just torturing
No, it was a
insects as
game. It was called
child?
Nightmare Ned on the computer.
You know what
Okay.
someone said to me today? Habbo Hotel.
Pool's closed.
That was a good time.
What? What are you
Habbo
talking about?
Hotel?
Habbo Hotel?
Habbo Hotel?
It was an
You
online.
didn't know the joys?
Habbo
Online.
Hotel.
Oh my God. And then also, this is very niche, but did you guys ever go on the Coca-Cola website and they had something that was very similar to Habbo Hotel? And you could you made like a little character and you would go into rooms and there'd be like parties. Oh my God. And you got to like decorate your room. It was the best.
What is Habbo Hotel?
Like
You had to be there.
It was
a
a
whole thing. You had to be there.
It was like a browser-based multiplayer. Like you had a little character, and I guess you were interacting with a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
Oh, so you
It
could
was
get
like
trafficked?
online. There was like, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
One of the very,
I was probably not allowed to play online games as a child.
I feel like that came out a lot later.
For you, yes. For us, we were
Okay, rude. One of the earliest games I remember playing is called Cosmo's Cosmic Adventure.
Oh,
And I think we ended up actually beating it.
you would.
I've pulled up like gameplay footage a couple times on YouTube. Just like, that's some real nostalgia for me. Or Commander Keen. You ever play that?
No.
No.
Oh,
Okay, this is off the rails. I can see like a sparkle in your eye, and we're going down a road that
so
I.
back to Oregon Trail.
Oh.
Playing as the banker was cheating because you get so many resources. And of course, you'd like go and when it's the time to like go hunt the animals, you just shoot way more than you have to, and you can't carry all the meat back. And I felt guilty as a kid.
Good, you should. That's very
horrible.
irresponsible.
That
It
is
was.
horrible of you.
I never played Oregon Trail, but I had one similar. I don't even literally don't even know where this game came from. I don't know if it was a fever dream or not, but it was like it was like a Roman Empire, and you had to build like a Roman city.
I like that.
It was good. It was good. You started to build houses, and then these people would come running up the road with like a little cart that they were like running with to like live in the house.
My mother's my sister.
Hey, my mother's my sister.
I think I'm going to play The Sims tonight.
I'm gonna watch some gameplay footage of Cosmos Cosmic Adventure later.
I watched a video recently of, it was just like a computer screen in the 90s, and it had like MSN, like the notifications popping up. It had, what was LimeWire? Like I don't know, but that was a better time. It made me feel something.
Can we just go back to that time? Like getting home from school and getting on MSN. Last week, when I was severely depressed, I would have put the most depressing, like Rise Against lyrics in my away message.
Oh, 100%.
Like,
I'd be going offline, online, trying to get my crush's attention.
Yes,
Didn't see me pop up before?
yes.
How about 6 more times?
the saddest, most like depressing, like display picture of like probably like a black rose or something.
An angel with like black wings on train tracks. Hell yeah, brother.
Or like somebody with like a broken heart sharpied on their Converse, and it was black and white.
Yep.
What a time to be alive, man. These kids know nothing.
They don't know joy.
They don't know joy. Oh, that was so good.
The highest highs, the lowest lows.
Yeah.
I remember when the computer used to be respected. No, you'd go to someone's house and there'd be all this, usually sometimes its own room. There'd be like the computer room.
Computer room, 100%.
And there was all this furniture, like you'd have a desk with an attached thing for the printer, and like the monitor would go in this little thing, and there'd be all these things. You'd maybe have a tray for a keyboard. Like it used to be
like a whole entity.
a thing.
And you had to have like a time slot for the internet.
Yeah, because if you
Can't
had
be clogging up
siblings,
the phone.
if you had fucking siblings, man, you were wrestling over the computer because you had one computer.
Back in my day, the internet made noise.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So when I was growing up, my Meme and Pepe lived with us, and they lived downstairs. We had, I don't even really know how it worked. We had one phone line, but like they had their own phone number, but it was still one phone. So if they were on the phone, we couldn't use the phone, but they had a different phone number. I don't know. And we had AOL, obviously dial-up internet.
Oh, that little running man.
Yeah. And so like I would be like, okay, I'm going on AOL, going on MSN, starting to dial up. And I don't know if it did it for you guys, but like if somebody picked up the phone while the internet was booting up, which took 25 fucking minutes, you could hear them talking like through the computer.
Yeah, there's a sound card in
Yeah.
the computer.
So I'd be like, all right, let's go. And all of a sudden, my fucking meme would pick up the phone and be like, hello. And I had to be like, meme, I'm on the internet. Get off the phone.
I'm going to date myself here, but before the internet, there were things called BBSs. They were essentially like computers that people would run, and you would have a local phone number that you would dial into, and like basically it was a one-to-one connection. Your computer would connect to theirs, and it'd be like message boards. Sometimes you could play games, you'd share files like this.
How old are you?
What
are you talking about? Wasn't the internet like 1996?
Well, this is before it was like really
Like, what year is this that you're connecting to other people's computers?
early 90s, I think.
That's crazy.
So anyway, there was you'd have like a manual list of phone numbers that would, get you into certain like BBSs. And
I keep thinking you're saying a bad word.
no, not the.
Or like not, yeah. Okay, go on.
Laura's only thinking about BBSs. So the list that we had was like incorrect. There was one phone number that we would like try sometimes because it was only one at a time. you couldn't have multiple people connected to the same BBS.
So it was just 1-to-1,
Yeah, it was one
Tip to
one.
tip?
Tip
tip to tip,
But we had
docking.
somehow we had the wrong phone number for one of them. So basically, we would just, my brother and I would be calling just some random lady, and then
You're
we'd
prank
hear,
BBSing?
essentially, we'd be like, we don't know why this works. And she'd be like, yelling at us
Badasses.
through our computer, through the sound card.
Imagine being an old lady and like someone's tip to tipping your computer and you're like trying to just
Well, it's not
like,
even your computer.
exist.
It's just you're picking up the phone. It rings. You pick like hello, and it's making those like screeching noises.
Leave me alone.
Basically, yeah.
Oh my god.
And now we have computers in our hands, in our pockets all the time,
In our
and you can never get
heads.
offline. And everyone can contact you at any time, and it's terrible.
Speaking
Yeah.
of in our heads, my friend Sarah was listening to the pod and we were talking about microplastics. And she told me that she heard that we all have the equivalent of 2 plastic spoons in our head.
Like where?
And I haven't stopped thinking about it.
Why?
I feel like
I can feel the spoons.
like spoonfuls or like the spoons themselves.
Like a plastic spoon,
Yeah.
we have the equivalent of 2 of them like broken up in our brains.
Is that where all my knowledge is gone? It's replaced with spoons.
Yeah. You don't have any more cerebral spinal fluid.
Just
It's
spoons.
just spoons.
I hate it. It's not fair. I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for spoons in my head.
Rusty spoons.
The rust on the
Rusty
spoon.
spoons.
That was another good. Oof.
That was a great
Is this
moment
just
in
going to be a
time.
whole episode of nostalgia?
Yeah, I did a grade 9 music presentation based on salad fingers. I don't know how I made it relate, but I did it.
My favorite one was when he had those little puppets and he would be like, Hubert Cumberbatch, you taste like soot and poo. And it was like Marjorie something.
Yeah.
You taste like sunshine dust.
So the stick figure men like fighting each other. That was very popular when I was a kid.
What was that?
What?
What?
Like stick figures, like they'd be like Flash, like
You're too old for this
You're too
episode.
old.
like, was this on E-Bombs World? Like,
yeah, I think so.
I think he's talking
Sounds
about like
about right.
actual drawings.
Back in my day, we had sticks on a
drawings on
string.
rocks?
In the caves?
How old are you?
They don't call me Papa for nothing.
He's actually going to be 38 in a few weeks.
In dog years?
You don't look a day over 42, darling.
What are you going to do for your birthday?
I was thinking about having should we have a birthday party? You've never had a birthday party before.
I was
What do you
thinking
mean?
getting like some handicap accessible like railings put in or some non-slip
the
maps because
heck?
apparently
Oh.
I'm so old.
That's a good idea.
You know,
We should get that, but also party.
Let's do both.
Yeah, live a little while you can.
yeah, let's party, have dinner at 4:00, and then get to bed early.
No, that's a regular night for you. Let's like spice it up a little.
I don't know what I would want.
Why
to do
have
for my
you never
birthday.
had a birthday party?
I
Like
have,
in your whole
I
life?
have had birthday parties.
So is it time to broach the subject
Oh my God, of what?
of birthdays?
Sure.
What's that mean? I'm scared. I'm so scared.
Okay, Laura. So growing up, I had a bit of an unusual
Oh,
childhood.
I did know this.
Okay, then we're
Sorry.
done.
No. Sorry. I always do. I can't help it. You guys talk so much to me.
So Richard grew
You
up.
have no new content.
Rude.
Sorry, Richard. Where did you grow up? And why didn't you have birthday parties? Also, I feel like that deserves its whole episode, like its own episode, but like,
Let's just
we can lay the
we can
foundation.
just touch on it.
give them
So
a taste.
I grew up. My parents joined this organization called the Worldwide Church of God, which
Is a cult.
Yeah, let's just
it
call
was
it
a
what
cult.
it was.
Yeah, it was a cult. It was a mix of Judaism, Jehovah's Witness, and Seventh Day Adventists.
The big three.
It was there was a prophet, Herbert W. Armstrong.
Oh,
These are
Was
all
he
facts.
alive?
Oh no, he's
Long gone, long gone.
long since passed. I'm not even sure.
Herbert, isn't that the salad fingers? Herbert.
Herbert Cumberbatch. You smell like soot and poo.
Was that his name? Herbert Cumberbatch?
No, it was W. Armstrong.
Oh, sorry.
He might have passed before we even had joined. They were getting a little less wild when my parents joined up. Why they joined, I'm not really sure. Went to church on Sundays. No, sorry, not go to church on Sundays. We went to church on Saturdays. There was no like church nearby, so we had to travel like at least an hour away. And it was always in weird spots. Like one was in a university auditorium, like our university classroom. Always weird spots. We had some family friends. He eventually went to jail for tax fraud.
Naturally.
The family friend?
The family friend, yeah.
So
It had nothing to do with it, but just tangentially.
I don't know why, but every time I've heard about this cult, I assumed you lived somewhere with them. But you're saying
No.
you guys were like the
No.
only
Then
ones
they're
around
like on a
as well?
compound.
No, that was only during the summer. We'd go camping with other
yes.
Worldwide Church of God people.
Okay.
Also, sometimes we'd have, so growing up, I never had a birthday celebration. I never celebrated Christmas, Easter, and like any of the
Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah, no,
This is blasphemy.
No Halloween.
Herbert, come on.
we would hide in the house, like in the back of the house, all the lights off.
Because like they lived, like growing up, he lived on like a very good trick-or-treating road right across the street from a school. So I assume that like that road was bumping on Halloween.
I wouldn't know. I was hiding. Wasn't allowed to see out. No, it was blasphemy. We got to celebrate like other things though. Feast of Tabernacles, Feast of Unleavened Bread,
Oh, wow.
Feast of Trumpets. Now that was a banger. So every year we do these things called feast days where we'd like
I'm in.
have to travel. No, get this, and spend 10% of our income, and by our I meant my parents had to spend 10% of your income in that like 10-day period. So we were balling
For 10 days.
for 10 days.
But the
going
rest
out-
of the year,
oh no,
Forget about it.
abject poverty. But those 10 days, like, oh, you want scuba like equipment? Sure. You
Oh.
fancy restaurant? Let's do it. Yeah, like just we had all sorts of fun stuff. A lot of travel, especially in the States, in the southern areas.
checks out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
southern United States was something. We'd all have like a green sticker to put on our cars, I guess, to like identify like other people.
Does this still exist in any way?
Maybe.
I think so.
Okay.
I can Google it.
Okay. So would you like a birthday party?
Sure.
So have you had birthday parties as an adult?
Yeah.
Name them.
You've held stuff for me, right?
Not really. That's
Like,
why
I've-
I'm
Is this your first birthday party?
I've
Like,
never like been sat down and had like a conical party hat and like had a cake brought in front of me and like sat right down, like everyone's singing happy birthday.
Richard,
around
I'm
me.
going to cry. Okay, we're doing that.
But I've made you birthday cakes before, but it's just me
Yeah.
and you.
You
Well, I
monster.
like that.
Give him a party.
I just was like, Richard's not really a party person, but like now I feel like
Richard
you
is such a party person.
Okay,
Richard
but, like,
loves a party.
this
He
is
gets behind
only-
the bar.
this is only in the last few years though. Like the evolution
Yeah.
of Richard from like when I first met him to now, it's like a completely different person. So now that's why I'm like, maybe we should throw Richard a birthday party. But like 3 years ago, I'd be like, Richard
Really?
doesn't want a birthday party.
I didn't know you super well back then.
I was pretty introverted. I'm still introverted.
But you like to go out and have fun a lot more than you used to.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Fun is fun.
Fun is pretty
That's
fun.
what I always
Like-
say.
Like he didn't have any friends when I met him because he was like,
Okay, easy.
no, but he was like, I
This
don't know.
piece of shit did do nothing.
No, he said he was like, he's like, you have a lot of friends. I'm like, yeah. He's like, that just seems like a lot of work. He's like, I don't have any friends because it's too much work.
What work?
I don't remember saying these things.
You did.
Color me surprised.
You did.
Doesn't sound like me. I love Friends.
Now you do.
That's you now.
Like, maybe it's hard for you to see because you're you and you're not looking from the outside. But
Because you're you. What does that mean?
no, because you're in it
Why are
and
you the
I'm
way that
looking
you
from
are?
the outside.
I suppose. I don't have the, what's that called? I don't
Chutzpah.
have
The
perspective.
perception.
Perspective.
Perspective. Close enough.
Yeah.
What did you say?
What? Who?
What did you say?
What keeps you guys up at night?
Oh my God. How much time do you have?
A lot.
The fear of death.
No, I'm not really scared of death. What keeps me up at night?
Regret.
My dog's dying. The tree that's in front of our house falling on us and crushing us while I'm sleeping. I think about that a lot.
I
'cause
don't
it's a
think that would reach it, would it?
It's a very large tree, so I just assume that it's going to fall onto the house and kill us. Pretty much, I would say once a week, I will cry in the middle of the night thinking of my dogs dying, especially Penny. That's pretty standard. I think those are the two big ones.
Yeah, the biggies.
Those are the biggies. The tree and the dogs.
The funniest thing is, like, I don't know if that trunk is coming all the way to kill you. So you just like wake up with like leaves smacking you in the face.
No, it's gonna crush us to death. I know it is.
I'm pretty sure that tree's very healthy.
Yeah, Richard keeps saying that every time I bring it up. He's like, the tree is not dead. It's not gonna fall. I'm like, oh, it will.
And like, how often do they just fall?
I don't know.
Even when they get like struck by lightning and stuff in storms, I feel like it's like a slant.
Every single time there's a storm, I'm like, this is my last night on Earth.
Even when we had the like that big ice storm a little while back, a few branches came down, but like
I was expecting imminent death. What keeps you up at night?
I'm out pretty quick. But I wake up a million times. I have a new system where I have like a sticker that I wear.
You keep dangling these stickers in front of my face, and you're like,
I'll bring you some.
I'll bring you some. I'll give you the link.
Have
I'll
I
bring
said
you some.
that?
You've said that 100 times.
That's so mean.
And yet, no sticker.
Okay, sorry.
And yet, I'm up all night
I
worrying
just
about
got
a tree
them from my
falling on
mom.
me.
Just got them from my aunt. I'm whipping these things out.
Oh my
Like,
God, you're like the Dr. Jart of stickers.
yeah. But those actually keep me asleep. It's the only thing that has helped. And I also listen to Reddit stories now while I sleep. I still wake up every once in a while. I used to be kept up thinking that my dog Maggie would die because she looked like death for about 9 years.
She looked like she was dead when you adopted her.
Yes. And she would have like seizures and stuff. So I was always just like waking up, looking at her, being like, are you dead? And I would like touch her and make sure she was breathing. And work used to keep me up at night. Not so much anymore.
Don't let it. Fuck capitalism. Worry
Don't
about
let the tree keep you up.
The tree is not capitalism. The tree is nature, and nature is out to get ya.
Nature's fickle.
She's a fickle bitch. Like the For You page. What keeps you up at night? Nothing keeps you up at night. I sleep next to you. You
said
sleep
like
like a
10
freaking
things.
log.
He said regret and
fear of death,
yeah.
mortality.
When are you ever awake at night?
Basically never.
Yeah, you
I
sleep like a cat. You're always taking naps.
He sleeps
You go to bed at like 8.
He sleeps like the dead. I do so many things next to him in this bed. I'm like cooking. I'm eating dinner. I'm
Actually, yeah.
drinking. I'm reading. I'm playing games. I'm watching. I'm like laughing my ass off watching TikToks. I got Bob's Burgers playing, and this man doesn't make one peep. One peep.
Last night we were voice noting each other, and I was like, oh, I wonder if she's in bed. Is this going to wake Richard up? And we just kept going. And I was like, he's probably fine.
Yeah, I could talk on the phone next to him. He wouldn't even wake up.
Yeah, I sleep pretty well.
We're voice noting.
otherwise known as mini podcasts.
Yeah, we were
It's
practicing.
like a mini podcast. You have gotten on board with the voice notes.
Yeah,
you've been
Big
dabbling.
voice note girly.
you were an influencer, and I got influenced into using. I just wanted to participate.
You do pretty good.
Thank
You
you.
do pretty good. Anytime anybody mentions a voice note, I always think of you
Thank you so much.
because I feel like you are like the only person that sends me voice notes, and you always have sent me voice notes.
and it was years of prepping for this podcast. Just dying for someone to put a mic in front of me. A long form voice notes.
It's basically what it is.
Did you hear about the jurisprudence fetishist?
What now?
Is this a joke?
Oh,
Is there going to be a punchline,
okay.
or is this real life?
He got off on a technicality.
I don't
don't get it.
understand the beginning enough
I
to
don't even know
understand
the
the
words
punchline.
that you said.
Like
at
I
the
can
beginning.
almost understand it, but I just don't, and I don't care to.
What are these words?
Do you want a garden update?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's really grown yet. It's only been a week.
Then why are we here?
I did
You
help.
have to update us on something.
All right, so I did help a friend with his garden.
Who?
Chacho.
Every time I demand an answer, it's always Chacho. Okay.
Well, he's got a lot of the answers.
Okay, go on.
Chacho's Garden Update.
He's got an invasive species growing at his place. Japanese knotweed.
I don't know if he wants you sharing that.
Well, I went to
Sounds
his
private.
Yeah,
place
that is private business.
and I sprayed some stuff that
Whoa, mama.
I'm licensed to spray. Hopefully, help kill and bring it down. It's really bad. It's very bad in the area. It's invasive.
And that was Chacho's garden update.
Yay! Everyone has a garden update. How are your strawberries doing?
Not much is going on. I have to put it in the ground.
Where is it?
It's in a little pot in
Like-
my kitchen.
Oh, inside?
Inside, yeah.
It doesn't like that.
Yeah, they like the sun.
It's by the window.
They like the outside sun.
I'm just not a gardener. I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
That was Chacho's Garden Update.
Grievances?
I have a grievance against vehicle headlights. Not only are they bright at night, I've started to notice now they're bright during the day. Like I'm driving around and I'm like, ooh, that's...
You can see them during the day?
I can see when vehicles have their headlights on, yes.
I've never seen a vehicle with headlights on during the day.
Are you kidding me? Every vehicle has daytime running lights on.
What?
Really?
No.
Really?
Shut the front door.
Are you too serious?
Like they have lights on during the day?
I'm not really looking at the road when I'm driving.
Where are you looking, Laura?
It's none of my business.
Like, I got a phone.
No, vehicles have their lights on when they're driving around.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I have never noticed this. Are you sure?
You guys are stressing me out. Yeah, I'm positive.
I feel like I would have noticed.
No, you're too busy looking at your phone.
Well, I'm like painting my nails and I got like a cooktop in there.
Okay, fine.
Eating snacks.
My grievance is the bright headlights at night. And I'm not just old, which I am, but
It is getting worse. For
No,
me,
it's-
where
They
I'm
are
like, what is
super
going
bright.
on?
It is blinding. I honestly just want to drive head first into one of the cars one day and just be like, it's because of your headlights.
I have given up on like flashing people
Oh,
with my high
Oh.
beams.
never give up your passions.
And then I get flashed back. So now I've just given up. I'm like, okay, fine. You don't have your high beams on. Leave it be.
No, it's pretty bright.
I also have a car grievance.
Yeah.
Why are cars bragging about being 4x4? Every car that is 4x4 has it on like the back or the side advertising it. What business is it of mine if your car's 4x4? What is it to me how you're riding around in the snow or the sand or the mud?
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah, like, what are we out here bragging? Why does it have that? Why, like,
My work truck has 4x4 and a sticker.
yeah,
and,
but why? What's it to me?
I
Why
I
are you
don't know.
advertising that?
That's a great question.
It is. Nobody's talking about it. I've noticed.
So you don't notice headlights, but you notice the stickers on the sides of vehicles.
Sometimes it's not even a sticker, it's metal.
Oh,
Oh,
Like they put good money into letting you know.
that this car
Big
is a
4x4 advertising for free on the side of all these vehicles.
got that big
Mind your
4x4 energy.
business.
Yeah,
Something to think about.
something to think about. And that was something to think about with Laura.
Piss my pants. Wow. I want that every week. I like that.
Something to think about.
Something to think about.
Something to think about with love.
That reminds me of the episode of Family Guy when he's on the news and he has a segment called like grinds my gears, and he's like, you know what really grinds my gears? And it's like a whole segment of him ranting about
It's basically grievances.
it's basically grievances.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
I do have a grievance. And it has
You did that like Richard. I have a grievance. Silence.
Just stare at me, why don't you?
and I guess it's past. It's a past grievance, but it still like haunts me to this day. Like
There's
I don't
no
think it's
timeline for
Okay,
grievances.
okay,
There's
okay,
no
good.
statute of limitations.
perfect. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know this, but I have web toes.
Whoa!
And
Wait, why would Richard not know that?
no, he knows. I think he knows.
Oh, you're just okay.
Do you know?
You don't like feet, so
No, I don't like them.
I no, not really.
Really?
I mean, I've got web toes.
What?
You want to see them?
No, like
Mine are more web than yours.
Like I can barely.
Okay, mine are way more web than yours. Get
I
those
feel like that just looks like a toe. Put those away.
get those out of here. Put the dogs away.
Jesus, little piggies.
So
Are we gonna post Kara's feet on the pod?
Of
on the
course.
Instagram?
of course, I'll post my web toes.
Behind a paywall, of course.
So during the toe socks craze, I could never participate. I could never participate because they wouldn't go on my toes properly. And then it would hurt because it would be like pinching in between my toes because there was no in between my toes.
I think this is a current grievance.
Oh my gosh, I'm rendered speechless again. There was no in between my toes.
No, so it would hurt to wear them. So I could never wear toe socks in the toe socks craze.
Well, you know what they make for people with that? Regular socks.
I
Regular
know,
socks.
but the toe socks were so cool. And I couldn't.
You could have you should have drawn lines on your regular socks to make it look like toes.
With marker. Yeah, I should have done
little
that.
Sharpie toes.
I never thought of that. I should have done that. But I was
It's never too late.
And I had a few pairs because I was like,
Gonna make this work.
yeah, but it pinched too much. It hurt and I couldn't wear them. And it's still to this day, I'm like, oh, fuck, that was terrible. It was terrible.
I wonder what's up with web toes.
My
New segment.
My
What's
cousin,
the deal with web toes?
my cousin has them too. See those two right there? Look at them. They're only like halfway split.
Yeah, like mine are the same.
No, they're
Yeah,
not.
That's not what I thought web toes
Look
would
at-
look like.
Well, what did you
No, I
think
don't-
web toes were?
Like I'm
Like-
not talking about a duck.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's not like one toe.
That's pretty much what I like.
No,
Yeah.
just those two guys right there. And the same thing on the other foot too. And my cousin has the same thing. It's like it's genetic or something. I don't know. I'm not inbred.
Totally.
Okay. Tell me
Hey,
again
my
about how
mother's my sister. Okay, let me see the notes again. Are you gonna take a picture of my toes?
No, I'm not going to take a picture of your toes.
Oh. Are you sure?
Only
Yeah,
toes.
I'm positive. I'm good.
Oh, I know. I now I know what I also wanted to know what
Inbred.
I remember what else I wanted to talk about.
Are you okay?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, put those toes away.
Yeah. Too many piggies on the bed.
Okay. How?
Why are you looking at me?
What are you doing?
I'm taking a photo.
Oh my god. Okay. How do you guys feel? Okay, Richard probably doesn't have an answer for this because he didn't have a normal childhood.
Okay, you can like ask a question without shitting on me.
How do you feel about the Disney live action remakes?
Oh, money grab.
Because as someone who grew up on Disney movies, loves the classics still, I fucking hate them. Like, can we stop, please? Can we stop? And also, the Lilo and Stitch live action just came out, which
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch is the most beautiful, perfect, amazing film.
Never seen it in my life.
Are you kidding? Are you
Never.
kidding me?
What year did that come out?
I don't know.
Okay.
It is the most beautiful film I've ever seen
Film?
in my life. Like, it is so, it's perfect. The whole movie's perfect. What I'm hearing about this remake
I heard it was good.
is making my skin crawl.
Tell me why.
Well, I'm going to ruin well, no, I won't. Okay.
I'm good.
I can't believe have you seen Lilo and Stitch?
Isn't it like an alien comes and hangs out with a Hawaiian?
Probably had a
Yeah.
mustache when
Yeah.
that came out.
He was in the club when that came out. Yeah, so this little girl, her parents are dead. She's living with her older sister. She's
Disney
kind of
loves a dead parent.
Oh, they love dead parents. She's kind of a misfit. She wishes on like a shooting star for a friend, and an alien crashes and disguises himself as a dog-looking thing in the pound, and she adopts him. And so, yeah, that's basically the premise. And then there's like, shenanigans and stuff. And like the state is like trying to take her away from her older sister because they don't think that she's taking good enough care of her. But she's doing her best. She's trying. I guess in the movie, she gives her away. The whole point of Lilo and Stitch is Ohana. Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. And she gives her little sister away in the live action movie that just came out.
Why are they taking such liberties?
I don't know.
I heard the Snow White one was terrible too.
The only ones that I've seen Aladdin. It was okay.
Oh yeah. I didn't mind that.
It was all right. And Beauty and the Beast, which I actually really liked that one. Those are and I think I saw Jungle Book. Oh, and Cinderella. I didn't really like those ones.
Can I get a story off my chest that I just thought of?
Sure.
I think I must have told you this when I went to see Wicked in 3D.
I don't think I heard this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you just being polite?
No,
Okay.
legitimately.
Oh my God. Let me set
Was
the
this
stage.
recent?
This was in the summer? Or no, it came out, I don't know. Whenever it came out. I go, packed theater. I'm by myself. I love going to the movies solo. I pick the seat directly in the middle. I want the best view for this movie. I go sit down. The Chatham Theater is old. Like, it doesn't have recliners. It's the seats that if someone's going to go past you, you have to like get up or shrivel yourself like a raisin inward.
I
And
remember when that movie theater was brand new.
Okay.
okay.
We've established.
You're doing this to yourself. So anyways, so I'm sitting so excited. Can't wait. Movie starts. It says, you may now put on your 3D glasses. I'm going, what the heck? I look around. Everyone around me is putting on their 3D glasses. I'm verklempt. I don't know what to do. I couldn't possibly inconvenience an entire half row of people to get up and go and also admit defeat that I walked in here not knowing that I needed the glasses. So I sat in this 3-hour 3D movie with my bare eyeballs. I had the biggest headache of my life. I couldn't see anything that was going on.
Laura.
And the longer it went on, the more I was like, I need to do something about this. But it was too far gone. And the whole time I'm like, do people around me notice? Like, they're going to think about this forever. That girl in the 3D movie who was not wearing glasses.
If I were in that theater and I saw you, that's all I would think about. I wouldn't even watch the movie anymore.
Like,
I'd be watching
you would watch me.
Like, what is
you
she
watch
doing?
my eyes going more and more crossed.
You should probably talk about this in therapy.
Yeah, have you brought that up to your therapist yet? Because that's
Actually,
crazy.
I haven't. I should. He would laugh. Yeah, but it's the epitome of my existence.
This is fine. Something
Yeah,
terrible is happening.
something
I'll just
terrible
sit
is
here.
happening. This is fine. Couldn't possibly inconvenience people for half a second. It's the cross I bear.
That's insane.
It was one of the craziest things I've ever done.
Don't you get, like, if you're going to see a 3D movie, when you show them your ticket
They
at, like,
should have handed it to me, I believe.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
and they
someone
did.
should have gave you something.
Did you not see it in, like, the title, like, Wicked 3D?
I must not have. But sometimes I like also buy the ticket like ahead of time, and I don't know. I don't. It was the perfect storm.
You should have gone afterwards and complained and been like,
I'm
it was all-
stupid.
Should have been like, I couldn't see.
I need
shit.
$150 for therapy. And I was so sad because I thought I would like it. I didn't realize how much I would love it, and I'll never get that moment back. But I did go see it a second time in theaters, and I have since also I watched it here.
Did you see it in 3D again?
No.
No? Okay. Once was enough.
It was literally like in 10D. Like there was so much going on. and like think of all the colors, the yellow brick road, her skin's green. I'm just like
And then there's Laura suffering in silence.
classic move on my part.
I don't like 3D things.
No,
They're not my fave. I get used to them after
don't-
like 10 minutes.
I don't like it. I have some like childhood trauma with 3D things.
Go on.
How old was I? I was like 9 or 10, which means my sister was like 7 or 8. We went to, my parents took us to Disney World. We were at Magic Kingdom. No, not Magic Kingdom. We were at Animal Kingdom. And it was like a Bug's Life, 3D Bug's Life show thing. It was like in a little theater.
Was it like the Pixar animated movie A Bug's Life?
Yeah, but like not the movie. Not the movie. It was like
Imagine
something
she
else.
said no, it's just coincidence.
It was like I don't even know what it was. I can't even remember. But it was based on that.
Like a play?
It was like a play, but like on a screen. But it wasn't the movie. But it was like the characters from the movie doing things. I don't know. And it was 3D. And so like they're my parents, my young parents, they're like, look at us bringing our children to a Disney World, like, you know, memories forever. Let's go to this beautiful, like this perfect ride thing. Let's you know, it sounds like so much fun. Well, when I tell you, that was the most traumatizing thing I've ever been through in my life.
Was it scary?
Did they say mean things to you? I don't understand. Like you watched an animated.
Okay, I watched an animated thing. You had 3D glasses on. I took the glasses off because I was crying, screaming, throwing up. My sister was at the fucking doors of the theater trying to open them.
Scratching at them.
Literally scratching at the doors, trying to rip them open. My mom is trying to pull her away from the door because I think they're like locked because it's like the lights are out, like the show is happening, everybody is like having this grand old time, and I'm like in the fetal position screaming, and my sister's trying to like bust the doors down, trying to get out of this thing.
Why were you two the only scared ones?
I don't know. And then at the end, My sister is like long gone by this point. I don't even know where
She
she
made it
is.
out.
She's like climbing
She's
the
in the
walls.
ducts.
Like she's like going through the vent system trying to find her way out. I'm still sitting on like the bench with my dad. I don't know where my mom is. And they go, "Thanks so much for like joining us. Please stay seated while the bugs exit the theater."
What do you mean?
And all of a sudden, under your butt, you feel like movement. When I tell you, I fucking hit the ceiling. I jumped straight in the air over and onto my dad's lap.
Oh my God.
I really need to understand what about it. like,
I don't
freaked
need
you
to
out.
understand. I'm with you.
It just like things were like you were getting sprayed by water, like
4D.
things were coming at you, things were like
Did they look scary?
no, it was like Bugs
Oh.
Life. It was normal. I was just a fucking weirdo.
No, it was normal.
I was just a traumatized child. But like my poor parents, they were like perfect memories, and both me and my sister are like trauma. We'll talk about this in therapy in 15 years
And on a podcast.
and on a podcast.
Wow.
Like,
I'm going to
I
ask
can-
Jerry and Kelly
Oh.
if they remember.
oh, ask them. Like they're
they're also traumatized.
they're also traumatized. They would love to tell you the story. Love to tell you it. There was that. And then there was one time where they took us canoeing. I don't know why me and my sister are such fucking losers. But like they took us canoeing. I think it was at Point Pelee or something. I don't remember how old I was. I was probably 15. No, I was like maybe less than 10. The whole time in the canoe, like my mom is in the front, my dad is in the back, me and my sister in the middle. The whole fucking canoe ride, we're screaming and crying because we thought the canoe was going to tip and we were going to drown. We had life jackets on. We were in the pond was probably 2 feet deep. It was like the tiniest little pond ever. It was like a puddle. We were screaming and crying. They literally were like, "Okay, let's go back. This is not even worth it." Why are you smiling like that? What do you have to say?
Oh, I remember going to Algonquin Park with you,
Because I had childhood trauma in a canoe.
and you did not do well in a canoe.
No, I don't like canoes.
Nope.
But also, you got a canoe that didn't have a keel. So it was all over the place.
It was I steered it just fine. It was
beginner
normal.
canoeer over here thinking that we're going to be canoeing to our campsite in like a cute little river. It was a massive fucking lake that was like 100 feet deep that people like die on all the time. It was wavy. It was treacherous.
It was a good time.
That was so traumatizing. Oh my God, I was like having a full on panic attack on the dock because I was like, I can't do this. And Richard was just ignoring me and just continued to load up the canoe. And I was like, they have boats. They can use a boat to bring us to the campsite. And he like would not listen to me. And he just kept loading up the canoe. And I was like, I can't do, like, I was like full on panic attack. And he was like, get in the canoe. And I was like, I'm not getting in the canoe. And he was like, get in the canoe. And I was like, I'm not doing this. He's like, just get in the canoe. I hated you that day.
Did you get in the canoe?
I got in the canoe.
Did
and
we get to our campsite?
it was terrible.
It
You
was-
can't look at me and say it wasn't terrible. It
You
was
gotta suffer.
terrible.
You gotta
Oh
suffer
my
on your
God.
way.
We talk about that camping trip all the time. And I think about it all the time. That's one of the things I think about all the time.
Our camping trip that I almost died.
Just you guys going to Algonquin camping. I feel like we've brought it up so many times. I want to do it.
It's so fun when you don't canoe.
I don't want the poop box
well, you have
with
to
the
have
rascals or whatever.
You have to have the poop box.
You're not going to Algonquin then.
Yeah. The poop box comes with everything. But we can take a boat to our campsite.
Okay.
We don't have to canoe.
But you know what we should also do? We should set up the pod in the tent.
There's
Yep.
no power.
There's batteries.
Oh.
This runs off batteries.
All right. Well,
Tune in next time. And then a couple times after that, we probably still won't have that trip together, but eventually you're going to tune in and it'll be that time.
we're going next week.
Yeah. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. But actually, like, subscribe on Spotify. If you can do one thing for us, listener, subscribe on Spotify.
Help us.
Help us.
Help me, I'm
You could do one thing in your entire life.
Today's bed friends were
Oh,
Herman,
we're done now.
Preston,
We're done. Okay.
and Phil.
Papa says enough.
Papa says we're done. Okay. Okay.
Got anything more?
No.
Did you thank the bed friends? It's all happening so fast.
I know.
I thanked Herman, Krusty, and Filch.
Okay.
Okay.
Krusty, he wasn't dinking around today. He just
He's a tired boy.
Tired.
slid on up and made himself at home.
Follow us on Instagram and
If you
TikTok.
could do one other
If
thing,
you could do one other thing for me, please follow
for
us
the love
on
of God.
Instagram and TikTok at BedFriendsPod. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.